Thank you for being here, man. And it's some perfect time for your type of leadership.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You know, I was looking at some of your videos. I prepped for this interview, man. I ain't never prepped for an interview, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I got you. Yeah, for
and,
sure.
and I was looking I was looking at some of the videos that stem back to like 2013, 2014. You talking about ownership and equity and things of that nature. And it's spot on and it's right on time because, you know, regardless of there's ups and downs, you were talking about things that are, you know, essential that people need to switch their mindset up. And I look at the growth from when you started to where you are. And the timeline shows somebody who's not just talking it, but utilizing the shit that they're talking about in real time.
Absolutely.
You know?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I got a couple of questions here. We're gonna start it off like this. You know, this is the hey, listen, man. This is a real interview, man. This is a real interview. We got to take this serious, man. The people, look, they've been here bugging me all day long, man. When great song, when this. So I'm like, we here, man. All right, so what drives your love for family business?
Bro, I never want my children to deal with none of the adversity I dealt with in the workplace. See, like what a lot of people don't know is I was a dispatcher for 4 years. You feel me? Yeah. Like based on traditionalism and the way we was raised, you know, like that was like the idea, like niggas was like you made it type of job because I had that job. And I tell people all the time, where like a lot of times you don't understand how much power these entities have over you till they actually take it. And bro, like I remember working there, being on my high horse, having like a government job, and just like, hell yeah, man, I'm 18, I'm doing my thing, yada yada yada. And by the time I was 22, they had found a way to get me up out of there. And I realized at that point, like, people don't really realize like how much power you give these entities until like you need a grain of rice. You feel me? You need socks on your feet because it's a real winter, or the quality of food you're able to purchase. All those things are based off of a stranger feeling like you worked it or you earn that shit. You feel me? So the biggest thing for me was putting my children in a position where like they call the shots, and I truly believe in nepotism. You know, hiring your family, putting your family in position. So. Bro, to be honest, it really I give them not all the credit because they ain't create my work ethic, but in terms of giving me a great example of how not to let a motherfucker control your life, that's the best thing they ever did for me was to get rid of me. And then I started realizing, bro, I learned how the chain of command work. I learned how nepotism work. I learned how like if you associated or related to the right people, shit, you can get away with murder, bro. Even like even down to when I had my shooting and the way that law enforcement handled my shooting based on who my pops is. I really started studying the wolves at that point. It was just like, shit, I ain't really mad at the wolves. I'm trying to figure out how they got in a position of power and how they maneuver and finesse the game like they did to put everybody else in a position of power.
You know, that's raw because I think that's where we're similar in the way we think. Instead of like just looking at things from a standpoint of insecurity and complaining about them, you saying, wait a minute, they leaving us a blueprint. If it worked for them, it works for us. Absolutely. All I got to do is adjust my position in the market and I can win the same way that they do. Right. And so that's always been my thing. Like, why the fuck is y'all complaining about people who showing you how to win? You understand me?
Bro, that's the biggest thing. Like, they don't really be getting like, bro, emotions don't really move shit. So you got to get out your bag, especially in America. If you in your bag, you never gonna get shit done. This a crazy ass country. They do nut shit every day. So if you in your bag, you're gonna find yourself in a stagnant position because you just in your feelings. The best thing you could do is really like start peeping how the wolves play. Like that's what I say, bro. People be on my ass when I own 4 Donald Trump books, and people be on my ass when I say like, hey, you know, like I know bro a bozo. I agree with you 1,000%. But we're not going to sit up here and act like he don't pardon all his dogs. He don't make sure everybody stay out of jail. Right. We're not going to act like he won't lie to the federal government with a straight face and nothing happened to him. We're not going to act like he ain't already making plays right now to make sure everybody's super rich. He's shooting for a re-election. And to me, bro, he that wild of a dude. Like, he'll pull some more national state of emergency shit just so he could force the presidency. And he going to get more of his niggas out of jail. He gonna make more laws that benefit them. He gonna keep cutting taxes, and he gonna make sure him and his homies is good to go.
Because you know that's what I would do.
Bro, I told somebody, I said, why you mad? Hey, bro, I told somebody like last week, I said, bro, the only reason y'all mad at Trump is because y'all can't flex like he do. Because if you was in the same position, would you not pardon your brothers? Would you not put all your people in an advantageous position? So I ain't mad at him, bro. I really be studying it.
Most of it is that we mad that Obama didn't do those kind of moves. It's really what we mad at. Like, we wanted him to do some bold black president type shit. But of course, you know, he first brought getting in there. He wasn't gonna do that. That's all.
Right.
We wanted him to go in there and pardon all the gangsters, all the leaders. Yeah, I mean, throw us some ones, change some bills up that benefit us, and we didn't get to see that. And then, like, poor white America voted Donald Trump so he can do the type of shit he doing. But Trump really just like, nah, I'm fucking with me and my niggas though. But thanks for the vote. But I talk to y'all as if it benefits you though.
Exactly.
So, you know, I look at the new America, man, that's becoming more highly efficient, one world capitalist system that discards all non-essential personnel.
Right.
And a lot of people really figuring out like, yo, I am non-essential to this whole thing to work out. Like, the rich go still be rich with or without you.
Absolutely.
Usually they just use your energy and time as you trade that in so that they can make money off you as a commodity.
Right.
But right now, more importantly than that, though, the people are realizing like who's essential leadership. Like, they can't go to their favorite rapper and get some guidance on what to do during this time. He don't know.
Right.
You know, they can't go to their celebrity that they be watching all of the time to be like, yo, what do we do? They ghosted your ass. You know what I mean? But they financial advisors hitting their ass and telling them where to put the money, but they not gonna come and give you that type of game.
Yeah, bro. They not coming to social media be like, hey, so this how y'all, bro. Trust me, I know it was some entertainers who cashed out on them stocks who knew what the play was. They just fuck. Hey, fuck. I'm gonna come tell y'all for so y'all could be rich as me. I'm never doing that. I'm gonna keep this shit to myself.
Right. So the goal of most of the people you look up to is not to establish you as a peer. It's so that you can continue to look up to them, which means you have to stay down in order to look up to someone. Absolutely. You know, instead of just be on the side by side. But I wanted to take in a different direction before we dive into the future of America, AI, different things of that nature, because you've been dropping bars on the people and preparing them for the future that exists in the present. Okay. But I was watching one of your interviews and you was talking about proximity dating. And you said you used to have up a trust wall. See, I thought I was doing my homework. I was doing my homework.
I got you, bro.
So you said you used to have a trust wall and not let people in. How did you get over that to where now you got you a bae?
All right, bro.
How you let that invisible wall down, brother? Let us know. This is like, hey, I'm going to tell you the equivalent between you having your bae right now. It's like Sierra and her prayer to get Russell Wilson.
I got
the people want to know.
All right, bro. So look, just in a nutshell, all right. Bro, you know I have 3 different moms for the 5 of my children, right? So mom number 1, I've known since I was 4. Mom number 2, I've known since 14, and mom number 3, I've known since I was 9. Feel me? So I always had this illusion in my head that if you have history with somebody, they won't mishandle you, they won't fuck you over, they won't mistreat you. Like, they're gonna like basically you could trust them down the road. It's how I always program myself to believe. But bro, to be honest, like, it really was a security blanket, because I basically used that as my excuse to like not take any outside women I ever dealt with serious. And I basically like used my that was my excuse to misuse them. And that was also my excuse to never be receptive to what they was truly trying to give me, because I was like, well shit, we ain't got history, so I can't take you that serious. But bro, at a certain point, you'll begin to realize that, like, that's why I say, bro, proximity dating is a real thing. It's a lot of people who stay within certain confines just so they can get a similar result, because they're actually afraid to go get a real result. They're actually afraid to go get something, to go get some shit that genuinely benefit them. They're actually afraid to, like, find somebody that fuck around and make them vulnerable and happy and be like, damn, I think I want to actually love somebody. So you just, like, you may sleep with other women, you may fuck off, because I was doing all that. You may have women all across the nation, different states, different area codes, but you'll never allow them to have the most deepest and inner parts of you, because you only want to tie it to people you had a great deal of history with, because it feels safe. But bro, for the most part, after doing that shit for like 3 or 4 years, I just came to the realization that like I was in my own way. And at that point I had to open myself up and make myself receptive to, you know, other things and other people, because there's something else that happened with proximity dating. You would keep getting the same result, and then you just one day you got to be honest and look in the mirror and be like, bro, you frequent the same Walmart, you frequent the same dealership, you frequent the same bank. You don't even physically step out of your comfort zone. So how in the hell you gonna run into something that's gonna bring you a different result? You intentionally subject yourself to a demographic of people because it just feels safe because you've known them forever.
Right.
But bro, I took like 2018, and you know, bro, just being real with you, right? And ladies, this is why I be saying, you know, ladies especially, you gotta invest in yourself. But nah, bro, she first hit me up to get the corner of the corporate curriculum and the in-home banking board. And
hey,
bro, it was
hey, you know my motto, man. Look, best way to flirt with an entrepreneur is with a receipt. That's the best way to flirt.
Hey, so she hit me for that at first, and it wasn't nothing. I just remember going on the page, cause bro, I'm telling you too, like shit was crazy, right? Cause bro, just keeping it in the buck with you. Most times when I see women that that I like see potential in, is just being real. The first thing I'm thinking is like, damn, I'll fuck her. That used to be my first thought, right? Yeah. But when I seen her, bro, it was different. No lie, bro. I seen her and I was just like, damn, who is that? And I was like, damn, she looked different. Like she looked like she probably weird like me, bro. That was my first thought, right? But then I just left it alone because I like, bro, I'm super busy. I'm still scheming. I still got 10 women all over the nation. So I'm like, whatever. But bro, I remember telling myself like, I'm gonna get back to that situation. But we just left it alone. So bro, she had DM'd me a couple more times after that, just about like, you know, educational related shit. And then, bro, like one day
she's scheming too.
Yeah, hey, look, hey, let her tell it she was scheming, but one day, bro, she put a post up about like always being the third wheel, and I'm like, fuck, cause like, bro, what a lot of people don't know about me is I'm shy, bro. She the second woman I've ever hollered at in my life. Like I'm not the outgoing type that's just gonna pull up on me like, what's your name, number, like. Nah, I got other ways. So when she put the post up in her DM, I was like, damn, okay, that's my entry right there. Shit, let me shoot my shot. Yeah. So, bro, I shot my shot. It was like, shit, you could be my date next time I'm in Atlanta. And bro, she replied and was like, okay. I shot her the number. And then, bro, you know, little razzle dazzle, I dropped the slab and it was a wrap, bro. You know, after that, it was over. I sealed the deal. I sealed the deal.
Yeah. Okay. And for where it's been golden ever since thus far, man.
And bro, no lie, right? All the qualities that I thought I want, or that I actually did want from having them 10 women, no lie, bro. Like it's some wild shit, but I found it in one individual. So like, bro, I look at dating and relationships and love and all that totally different, because a nigga would spread himself thin. Like, bro, I had a little baby in Philly, New Orleans, like all over the place, bro. Probably like 6 different states. I had something steady that.
Damn, I couldn't even believe that.
Yeah, bro, look, I had something steady in like 6 different states that I was flying in and out on a weekly basis. And then I had something in the city where I live, but nah, bro, like I don't, you know, I got that shit wrapped into one at this point. So yeah.
Yeah. No, congratulations, man. It's funny because you know, going to that next level as a man definitely requires a woman. You know what I'm talking about? And I would say that there's times that a person can look at it as a luxury, but you know, we in some treacherous times right now, and it's definitely a necessity. Like, absolutely. It ain't even something you can even kind of bullshit on right now. Like, I wouldn't say like scramble and just go out there and try to find it real quick, but really try to put out that beacon of where y'all find each other a little faster. You understand me? Because the quicker y'all can come together, the quicker y'all can start building y'all empire. And it's gonna require you a partner through this time. Like, shit get rough, and as it shake out, you're gonna need somebody to balance you.
Hey, bro, you 100% right by that. Like, I tell people this all the time, right? They see my level of success or the money or how I can create or kick information at a certain level, but they don't be understanding, bro. Like, the woman I'm dealing with, she had to take the brunt a lot of that pressure, because when I log off the gram or I log off a course, so I'm not out teaching, like, this is what I come home to. Feel me? So all that unsettled trauma or stress or energy, she have to sort all that out. You feel me? So people don't even be knowing, bro, like how more dangerous you're gonna be when you got an adequate partner. You feel me? Like people don't know, like, and bro, it's a beautiful feeling. Salute to anybody who have it, but it's a beautiful feeling to have somebody that makes you eager to want to get your ass up and go work. You feel me?
Right.
Like they handle you with a certain set of gloves that make you want to go grind, that make you just want to make shit happen. Or, bro, like, I have some nights where I go to bed like a kid on the first day of school, like eager for the next day, because I know, like, she had already gave me that look before she went to bed that she finna cut up in the morning before I can even get out the bed. You feel me? So just having that type of energy, that should have helped you go real far, because that person basically rejuvenated you on a daily basis, which in turn help you to get up and go teach and rejuvenate all these strangers that's counting on you to give them some game or teach them some information.
And that shit is basically allowing you to tap into that divine intelligence, you know what I mean, and have it balanced. And that's just, and I say that for this point because shit, we're gonna need that, because we literally in a fight against artificial intelligence in many different ways.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah,
you don't want to fight that by yourself.
right.
Like, you're not gonna want to fight. Like, look, you got to think of it like this, right? If they collect the data points on everybody, so they know your individual, you know what I mean, data, but together they ain't fucking with y'all as a couple, though. You understand
Absolutely.
me? They might know her individual data, they might know yours, but when y'all get together, y'all start to evolve each other, and that's much harder to be able to calculate that risk. You understand me? And how dangerous y'all are to society, especially the amount of value that you can produce and how much more essential y'all become. You know what I mean? So, but speaking on artificial intelligence, man, and 5G and all these other things that people worried about, man, how worried about are you and your family against these entities that's coming up?
Bro, I have like the slightest bit of worry for a couple of reasons that, like, and I want to say this too, because so many people think to be equipped or to be ready for the time that's to come, you gotta have money. Do you need some money in this democracy? Fucking right. But you don't gotta have money. You could be sharpening your iron with education. But for me, bro, like, I've sharpened my mind on the education side of artificial intelligence, and I got my bag in order. And we already taking steps to make sure that we actually own a robot before that craze even hit. Like, I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, but I was
say
out
that
in
again.
I was
own a robot.
Yeah, bro. I was out in Houston when I ran into like the first robot that I ever seen in person that's functionally moving around, talking, and can carry out duties. But bro, since then it piqued my interest, and my goal is to like have me one in my warehouse where we shipping all that product before the year over with. So for me, bro, like, to me, the way I'm gonna get the head start is, number one, I educated myself on it. Number two, the people that I love the most and I care about, I put them in a position where they're independent. So I don't really have to worry about none of them calling me, even right now or then, being sad like, oh shit, bro, I just lost my job, what I'm gonna do? You feel me? And then, bro, number three, I'm trying to get ahead of the curve and have a robot running around, not running around literally, but moving around the crib, or actually getting a head start on how they function. And then, like, bro, just one other thing outside of that is, again, y'all, invest in the knowledge about AI. But if you got a bag or you get any extra money, allocate your money into that field. Like, I know y'all see the market fluctuating now, but when I tell you that motherfucker gonna boom when AI get here, because every entrepreneur, every restaurant, every corporation, everybody finna try to get their hands and have the best fucking robot out, bro. And I'm trying to be dead in the front of that race a year earlier. I already got mine, already figuring it out.
And you know, that same thing goes with 5G. It's like, yeah, you can spend time worrying about something, or you can spend time preparing for it. You understand me? And those are two different things, because up until that point when it comes, there's one person that worried about it the whole time. The other person prepared for it the whole time.
Right.
So this person that's prepared, they in a much different situation than you are. And that's where we at right now, is that last year at the top of the year, I said, look, 2020 not going to be your year if you don't build something in 2019. You understand me? Because you ain't going to have the keys, because this not really like a let me start from scratch year. This is like, let me take what I've been building in advance year. You understand me? This ain't one of them years.
Bro, you took the words out of my mouth. I had a conversation on live about that yesterday, and I was like, look, I'm not here to scare nobody. I ain't trying to discourage you. But this kind of not to get my shit together time. This kind of like, oh, you only going to survive because you had your shit together. And, bro, that's why I be telling people all the time, like, bro, I don't know if they think I be saying shit because it just to sound cute. But when I say it's casualties of every war, I really mean that. And I don't mean like necessarily we're going to be outside throwing spears and shooting each other. what I mean is that this current era that America is shifting and going through, some people are gonna get swallowed in this. And the unfortunate part, bro, is it's gonna take some people 10 years to fix some shit that took them 6 months to fuck up. And that's because of a lack of preparation. And bro, I tell people all the time, like, ask your old heads, what decision in their life got them in the rut that they in, even now as an old head. I guarantee most of them, it was 30, 40 years ago. It was some shit that happened at 25, and at 62, bro is still trying to figure out, get his life in order. Like, damn, what happened 40 years ago?
You know, you coming up on the anniversary of your first business, man, April 6th. What are some of the things you've learned since you got in business that when you first started and then up until now? Like, what was the mindset, like the biggest mindset shift that really kind of kicked it in gear for you to start being more successful?
Bro, the biggest mind shift, the biggest one, bro, Nip said to get rid of the middleman and make sure we own everything, bro. Because initially, I had all my literature uploaded to Amazon. That's actually how I became a #1 selling author, through Amazon. But bro, once I got that accolade, I snatched all my shit down, took the ISBN numbers off. So you, like, bro, I set it up to where people only could find my book through me. So basically, I went back through, erased all the ISBNs off my books, and start selling the books independently from my own platform. Like, Gods Amongst Men Volume 1 is the book that made me a #1 selling author. That thing got like 33,000 units sold since 2016. Granted, do 33,000 sound like a whole lot? Maybe not. But when the book ranging anywhere from $25 to $50, that's a nice another stream of income when you got 4 other books, 7 other curriculums, a board game, and other things going on. But bro,
and when that book come out?
Bro, that came out June 8th, 2016 on my daughter's birthday, on Derrick's birthday.
And you still getting sales from that, huh? That
monthly. Yeah, for sure, bro. Bro, it's still the best-selling book I ever wrote 4 years later. So, bro, like, the biggest thing I ever did was X out the middleman, well, I always put my own money up. But outside of that, bro, one of the best things I ever did was I started assessing what entities I was relying on. And then from that point on, I said, hey, let's make a list of who we're relying on. And within the next 2 years, let's figure out how to no longer be relying on them. You feel me? So, like, I know how to make my own ebooks now. I know how to build my own websites. I know a little bit about coding because I had to teach myself that shit back like 5, 6 years ago. But the biggest entities, bro, to be real, at this point, I can really do everything for myself except graphic work. It's going to look like some cutout out of coloring book shit. But other than that, bro, anything outside of that, I could do myself. My connections in China, I built myself. It's no middleman. There's no corporation involved, down to my team in Spain who making the video game. These are all direct connections, bro. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we can actually put under our belt, is being able to get to the source by ourselves. So many of us are pigeonholed because the person above us may not really want to see us prosper, may not want to see us shoot past them. But when you nurturing them relationships and you putting your own bread up, at that point, bro, you directly connected.
Yeah, I think you said a lot there, because the person that's in between you from going to that next level, you don't even know whether they stifling your progress or not. You know what I'm saying? I've been there before. Yeah, because you could be growing so rapidly, and they like, nah, let me slow him down, because eventually he about to outgrow the pace that I can control him, right? So you got to audit all the connections that you attach to even know that they got your best interests at heart, and your best interest is really expanding and growing as much as you possibly can, as fast as you can, and how much you can control and manage that at the same time. Right. But let's talk about right now, there's a lot of people who didn't do risk assessment, you understand me, on a business. And a business right now during the time is failing. And it can be 2 parts to that. It can be a company that was selling tissue a month ago, and now their business booming, but the problem is they're getting more orders than they can take in because they didn't create an expansion plan. And then it's the other business that weren't prepared for this at all, and they thought that stream of income was just gonna be enough for them, and they ain't have no something in the savings, no nothing, and they gotta fire everybody. How do you go about, for one, making sure that you have things in place that things pop off, that you can boom, or if something goes wrong, then you still have leverage to continue to move?
Bro, that's a good question. All right, so number one, that first example you gave with that rush coming and not being ready. Bro, I know all about that. That's what happened to me with the board games when they originally came out. salute to everybody that got one. I'm not gonna lie. It was a learning lesson. It was a big fucking headache. I lost a whole lot of money. But what I did learn is like, you be very mindful about what you ask for. Bro, I remember making that board game and I was like, yeah, man, this is my $1 million idea right now. And then literally, bro, like, don't get me wrong, in a year and a half, it's done netted about $3 million. But I'm real enough to say though, because like you just said, that wave coming, you not ready. I easily lost like probably $250,000 in that easily, cause shit, yeah, bro, shit, you know, you asked for it, and then that motherfucker shot, you like, oh wait, we weren't ready. You feel me? So, that's number one, bro. I empathize with anybody in that situation, cause it can get dangerous. Like you said, bro, with the toilet tissue company, like they booming right now, and a lot of them weren't ready for the boom. So they got the opportunity to advance to $1 million entity, but they don't even have the inventory. Feel me? Like that's exactly what happened with me. And then secondly, bro, like your other example in terms of like, so right now I have 8 employees, and then I got 6 people who I subcontract in Spain who working on a video game. But like real, like genuine, natural year-round employees, I have 8 of them. But bro, like my biggest thing is just making sure I have funds allocated to the side for times like this. And then secondly, bro, like just being honest, I've hired everybody that worked for me as a relative. So my personal opinion, bro, when the group, like when it's a group interest, it's a different level of work and it's a different level of understanding if or when things go wrong. What that means is if you feeding the family and y'all eating as a collective and everybody know like, hey bro, the easier we make D job, the easier he gonna take us to the promised land. Then if I fall short somewhere 9 times out of 10, my little brother, which really worked, both my little brothers, gonna understand like, bro, this is a group interest. Like we not gonna give up on D because we going through hard times because shit a little messed up. We gonna stick in it because it's a vested interest as a Grace family. We know every time D advance, he gonna come back to make sure we advance, bro. And then, bro, just to give you one more example, and not to take forever to answer this question, right? But I'm glad you asked that. So, bro, I've been on people asked about having passive streams of income. And I spoke about this morning on my live. I'm gonna share it again. So, bro, I checked my mail this morning and I had a royalty check in the mail. Now, granted, I have 5 books and I have 7 or 8 curriculums, right? So, bro, and I'll show the amount too. This royalty check is for $207, y'all. And this is passive income. No human alive can say, Derrick posted a video and told me, hey, go buy his digital products. I don't market them. Y'all don't even know what website this comes from. I don't get these people no free promotion at all. But my point is this, bro. So if we working with 11 to 12 products, right? And remember, this check only 207. But the highest check I ever got was 509. But we gonna go with the middle average number. So, bro, if we going with $250 per body of work times 11, that's $2,750 a month. If you times that by 12, that puts you at 33 grand. So the only point I'm making, bro, and why people worry and tripping out right now is just a lack of preparation. But, bro, like my car cost me $450 a month, so that's paid for off some books I wrote in 2016. My house, my mortgage is $1,000 a month, so that's paid for the year off some books I wrote in 2016. My cell phone, $500 for 6 lines. That's paid for the year off some shit that I wrote in 2016. So, bro, that's why I be on people ask about having passive streams of income, about planting seeds. And, bro, like, so many people caught up in instant gratification. If they plant the seed and it don't blossom by 90 days, the motherfuckers give up. Like, bro, like, and no flex when I say this, but we still making money off some shit we wrote in 2015. I got a whole nother set of money that I go do shit like that I'm going to buy a piece of jewelry with. But that other money, I'm going to make sure my necessities is paid for. So to further answer your question, bro, with my team, I just make sure we keep those streams open. I make sure we allocate funds. And I'm very disciplined with my bread. Like, you know, bro, ain't no haircuts, ain't no nothing. We just been in grind mode. And we've been getting to it and we've been hiding it. But
I seen that facial mask you did. You know what I mean? Y'all getting some. Y'all still taking care of yourselves over there.
Absolutely. We chilling, bro.
So speaking on family business, man, because I always talk about the difference between family and relatives. And I talk about the struggle at a particular point in time where I was disappointed because I wanted family to support my business. And it's funny because that's what drove some of my, viral content at that time. But I say if your perspective is not advancing over time, it's something flawed with your perspective. It's supposed to grow and you're supposed to be more successful, become of it. because of it. So I always say now, I'll give the analogy that if I'm working a job that's making me 6 figures, I don't expect none of my family members that love me, or I expect them to love me, to come in there and buy something from that job, because they don't need to, because I'm going to make my money regardless. Right. And at the same time, if I start a business that just supports me and it's making me 6 figures, why do I expect my family to come in there and buy from that business? Because that only supports me. So now my thought process was, all right, how do I change this and get the results that I want? That means that I need to create a business that supports my family as well, and it becomes reciprocal. So now I got inclusion, and now we can work together. Right. And I think that's what most people are struggling with right now, especially entrepreneurs. The first thing you struggle with the most is like the lack of family and friend support. And that's because you got it wrong. Like, they don't have to support you because they don't support them, and you don't support other things that they got going on that don't support you. So we got to practice inclusion as an entity, and you watch your results change.
No, bro, I agree 100%. So, like, I'm gonna tell everybody, right? Anybody that's seen my books, my curriculums, social media, everything, there's a method to my madness as to why I put my children on every product. If you look at every book and every curriculum I've ever written, the whole key from day one was family business. The whole key was in-home banking. The whole key was inclusion. We a package deal. So if you fucking with daddy, you got to fuck with my children. But, bro, what that allowed me to do is to build my children's likeness up so much in terms of relevance and education that I could quit right now. But Derrick still got enough relevance all around the world. She got enough views all around the world and enough intellectual property that she could start kicking out young person curriculums, take off where I left off, and keep the business moving. So, bro, like, I totally get what you're saying. Like, I retired my mama, but then I rehired her to be the nanny. And then me and my daddy went into business and started Grace Private Security. So, bro, that's been the goal since day one, is how can we all leverage our talents, put our money at one table, and make sure if we don't want a motherfucker to eat at the table, they not. The family gonna eat at the table. We gonna get super fat, and then we gonna decide if we gonna let some strangers in. But, bro, that's been the goal since day one. Like, push the brain of your children every time you push yourself. So every time you see me, you gotta see my youngins. You feel me? And then, like, outside of that, you know, some people know, some people don't, but Derrick is coming out with a 4 foot tall, talking, blinking action figure this year that come with an AR-15, a mirror, an in-home banking board game, amongst other things. But the point is this, is that I'm gonna fund her doll idea. It's gonna cost me roughly $250,000 for China to get it done. But the agreement is, when she make her bread, she got to pay me back my $250,000, and she got to pay me back interest. But the beauty of it is, bro, is she's 8. She ain't got to wait till she's 18 to go in the bank and beg them motherfuckers to front her idea. And, bro, we all know at 18, ain't no bank finna give her $250,000 to go, yeah, make a doll, little girl, come back. We trust you. Right. And then the beauty of it is, she gonna re-stimulate her daddy economy, and she gonna learn the importance of debt and interest, because she'll be like, bro, I owe my daddy $250,000. So every time these deposits dropping into the account, he pinching off what I owe him. And, bro, that's the same with Chelsea. That's the same with my pops, bro. So my whole thing was, bro, if we ever get the door open, everybody gonna run through this motherfucker. And, bro, that just been my motto since, like, kick the door in, rush the house, and take everything you can. We'll figure out the rest later.
No, you know, and I always give credit anytime I talk about this. That time I was at your crib in the living room, and y'all was having your family meeting, and I was telling you I was about to have one with mine, and you was like, bro, come in and watch this. This might help you when you go have your meeting with the fam. Right. And so I did, and it was exactly as you had mentioned it. Like, they came around, they understood the necessity of, like, empowering you, allowing you to be in that balance so you can help everybody else eat. And that's the family CEO. I was just talking with Speck about that, because I had mentioned that during his interview. And having that family CEO, and every family really, truly, you know, got a family CEO, the person that can really lead, that has those ideas. Right, you know what I mean? But sometimes ego might not have let y'all to empower that person to actually get y'all in position. So can you give us some advice on how family can actually work together?
Bro, how family can work together, bro. I think identifying everybody's strengths and weaknesses, and, bro, I think reassurance go a long way too, right? Like, bro, I'm gonna be real, right? So on Friday, we had about 1,400 packages to ship out. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, like I haven't been hands-on with shipping in a long time because I hired my brothers almost 2 years ago. You feel me? So I bop up in that bitch. I got all black on, jewelry on, like, you know, I'm clean. Like, I'm finna just come up here and do a couple packages. They like, nah, nigga.
You in there like Suge Knight working, man.
Hey, and they like, nah, nigga, it's like 800 packages over there. Bro, I done got down in my socks. I'm on the floor Indian style like I'm 8 years old getting shit done. But bro, I think like even as the head honcho, bro, and the captain of the ship, the way in which you speak to them and treat them go a long way too, bro. Because a lot of people will take that old CEO boss shit to the head, and then you go mistreating people, or you forget where you come from till they tell you kiss their ass, and then you got to humble yourself and do the job yourself. So for me, bro, I definitely try to practice a level of relatability. I don't make nobody feel like they less than anybody else just because what they do is not as important. And then, bro, just simply checking up on them on a consistent basis, saying, do y'all see anything that need to be changed? Hey, y'all cool. And I'm going to be real too, bro. Like, I treat my brothers really well. Like, bro, when we be flying, it be 13 of us on flights. So, like, bro, I don't leave nobody behind. Like, everybody going to eat on me. Everybody going to have a nice Airbnb. We ain't putting nobody on it. Like, and again, I'm not telling everybody to go wine and dine, but I'm just saying in terms of priority, there's no way that you walking around with some shit on like this, but your brother that helped you run your business sleeping on the floor and you in the king size in the Airbnb. So by no means am I telling y'all to go ball out on Airbnbs, but bro, to be real, bro, I'm a real selfless dude. I'm sure people could see that because I get on social media and teach every day, like 6 times a day, and don't owe nobody here nothing. But bro, I'm the same way with my family. So I just do my best, bro, to make everybody feel like equals. Be very clear about what everybody role and position is, so there's no discrepancies. You don't get caught slipping because somebody didn't know they shouldn't have handled that. And bro, just make sure everybody in a good headspace. And the working environment, that's so important, bro, that when people show up to wherever y'all at, they feel if it's high energy, it's a peaceful environment, it's calm. Like, bro, I'm sure you've been there, bro. You done had a job that when you walk through the door, that bitch, you just got sad. I know I have. I done had jobs like, bro, I was living. I was happy as a motherfucker. I walked the door and was like, damn, I'm at this shit again.
Hey, bro, I was telling the story yesterday, right? It was the time I was working as a security guard. And the manager at the time, you know, this when they managers and shit, they feel like they bosses. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he coming in there smooth as shit, but he a square ass dude. And I'm looking at him like he a square ass dude, but his position make him feel cool as hell. So he walking in there and he already know, like, he can already kind of tell I'm dissatisfied as hell. You know what I mean? But so he walk up there and he walked past. He said, "Jabril, we're gonna offer you a raise." He said $1.10. And I looked at him and like I was supposed to get happy over some shit like that. I just did something with his trench coat on and shit, walking past like he fly. So I thought to myself, like, this nigga got me fucked up. Like I left in them 30 minutes because I just reevaluated my time. Like, bro, I'm way more valuable than she. He really just told me that my time here was worth another $1.10 per hour. So you a lot of people don't know they human capital. Like what your human capital is basically how much is your skills, your knowledge, you know what I mean, your assets worth out there on the market. And I just started assessing myself and I knew that it was worth way more than they would ever pay me at this job. And so I ain't even have a parachute that I was jumping off this cliff from. But I'm gonna build one while I'm in the air. And so, you know, whether we was getting it out the mud at that time or whatever, I just couldn't stay there because I knew my worth, and not a lot of people would take that risk and be like, fuck it, because I just felt like he disrespected me by offering me a raise. That keep most people staying.
And bro, hey, you know what? Speaking of that, one other thing that made me think of, bro, is like with my family, I think my family understand that I hired them out of love and not for necessity. So bro, it's a different appreciation because like my brothers could take off and I still pay them. And it ain't cause it ain't all about the work. It's like, nigga, you my brother and I'm up. I ain't saying I want to, you know, cradle you and, you feel me, make you a full-blown dependent baby, but know that I got you. You feel me? So if you just take care of a little something for me, I'm gonna make sure I take care of a lot of you and you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right. I think that's another place where we, you know, for a person especially who has something to where they can put their family to work to be productive, it's a super asset. You understand me? But that's why you gotta put them to work. Otherwise, you will find yourself kind of being crutches for people just because that's part of your love system. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so having a business to actually point people in that direction, like I want to take care of family anyway, but let me making sure that they growing while I'm taking care of them by them actually having to work too. You understand me? And that's important as a leader to know like who you crutching, you understand me, and or who you building and keeping them productive. Because on your side, you will feel good about being able to help family. On their side, they might not have no growth while you growing. So I think that's important.
Absolutely, bro. Like we actually made a pact in 2019 that at 35, none of them could work for me no more. So at that point, basically, like I'm 30. I'll be 31 in August. Everybody got 4 years to figure out independently what they want to do. I'm gonna invest in them, and then everybody need to be a whole fucking big dog. I don't want to be the only big dog.
No, that's super solid. So right now, I know that we've been getting better as a team, you know, as fam, because the goals that we've been setting, we've been hitting. You know what I mean? And it's been relatively easy because I'm stepping in more into my own role to be like, all right, if I'm gonna steer the vision of the ship, then I got to know how to be able to navigate this bitch, and from a point to where it's like I can't say we want to expand and not create a plan of expansion, and then send that out to everybody. Have a meeting I don't feel like having, and then go over things that I know that's necessary. I mean, because who the hell wants to have meetings? That's a very rare person that's like, all right, let's sit down and go over everything. Like you feel you did enough just by coming up with the plan.
Bro, I be late to every meeting we have. I ain't gonna lie. I be coming that bitch like 45 minutes late just so I can get the end of it and leave.
Yeah. But that should be so valuable. And I think that those traits of leadership is important. And that's why I say, you know, the business revolutionaries are the most important. You a business revolutionary to me.
Appreciate it.
It's not that you go stand out in the street and you go protest and boycott something. No, you go build and give people essential knowledge that they need in order to really raise that bar. From when we look at black and white family wealth gaps and we like, why the needle ain't moving? Well, you ain't teaching them no game. You understand me? It don't move by you protesting the people and asking them to give you more freedom. It moves by you getting more power and giving yourself more freedom. You understand me? So we ain't got to fight for equality when we got equity, because the equity creates the equality in the first place. So I think the way we've been going about trying to move the needle is just we've been shooting at the wrong things. Speaking of shooting, man, that's a good segue. Well, I'm getting good at this stuff now, man. I think I'm going to start doing this interview and stuff more often. Speaking of shooting, man, you taught your children, you know, how to utilize weaponry at a young age. What was the first thought that got you to spark into saying that, you know what, I'm gonna put a gun in my daughter's hand, I'm gonna put a gun in my son's hand?
Bro, the first thought was I shot 2 people in front of Derrick back in 2015. You feel me? So I felt at that point, as a responsible father, it was my obligation to teach her about firearms and how to use it, because I mean, shit, she had saw me use one. I tell you all the time, like, an educated mind is far greater than a curious mind. So if you see your pop shoot somebody 9 times out of 10, you're going to be like, well, damn, I know he called it a gun, but shit, I finally seen how it worked. I might want to touch it at a later date, whatever the case is. And then, bro, I also realized, because it was my 25th birthday, I also realized at that point that, like, you know, bro, violence has no, bro, it don't take no days off. You feel me? Like, that was my birthday. Last thing I wanted to do was shoot somebody. I was, you know, shit, it's our birthday. We young, you know, we finna cuddle. You feel me? We finna do some shit we ain't got no business doing. But I ended up having to shoot somebody with my child in the car as well. So, bro, I felt obligated at that point to educate her. And, bro, like, you know, I grew up around firearms, you know, nothing to be proud of, bro, but I shot somebody. My pop shot somebody. His mama shot somebody. And her daddy shot somebody, bro. So the last 4 generations of my family have had run-ins with gun violence. So
shooters, okay.
Nah, bro.
It sounds like you got a family of shooters, the way you just broke that down. I'm just saying.
Nah, bro. Hey, look, no, bro. We don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke.
Yes, sir.
Hey, everybody on live, all y'all tougher than me. I don't want no problems at all. I don't want no smoke. But nah, bro. That's what made me say I got a teacher, and you know, it manifested into what it was.
Nah, you know, it's funny because most people don't know this about me, but one of the first bonding moments I ever had with my father, because growing up, when we grew up in Oakland at the time, there was Muslims that carried guns. You know what I mean? Like, they was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, the way it went down. But My father, he wasn't the type of person that's always endearing and showing affection.
Right.
But it was one time we sitting in the living room and he called me and my younger brother in there and he was teaching us how to load a gun. And he was just taking it step by step, like load this bullet. And the amount of patience he was showing in that moment, it was like it was weird because it was just like one of the first times where he really sit down and showed us something, and it made us feel like he cared because it was about our protection. And so I always remembered that moment, like, damn, Pops don't never do shit like this. And he explained it articulately. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he put the shotgun in the bed, like he might come through that door, blow their head off, and he was dead ass serious. So, you know, I can relate to that, you know, just growing up. And that's why I can relate to many different things, because I am who I am, but I've been through many different things. So it's multidimensional. But we got a couple of more minutes here, man, before we close out this live. And I think it's already been solid for the people. But let's dive a little bit more into what people can do moving forward, because it caught a lot of people off guard, and they kind of, you know, they stuck in the shit right now trying to figure out how to wiggle a little bit. What's a plan, or what's some of the things that you have that people can take advantage of to actually, you know, help them advance them and their family situation through these tough times?
I mean, bro, like I give you my top 3 things that I feel like, and this stuff I've been teaching on since day one, from the curriculums to the books to the board game to the post-Trump. Excuse me. Number 1, bro, anybody watching this, if something scares you, you serve yourself best by educating yourself on it. If you are in fear of something, you educate yourself on it, you assess it, and you learn how to meet it where it's at. Number 2, bro, is inclusion. Invest in the people around you, your partner, whatever the case is, bro. Because for me, my goal has always been to have a team full of LeBrons. So I'm not going to put a pigeonhole on the game that I give my lady, because I want my lady to be my equal or even stronger. And bro, like, I'm a firm believer, like, if you got a team full of LeBrons and shit, you can never lose. Like, I don't want no role players. I don't want somebody that be like, I kind of got my shit together. Nah, nigga, we all got our shit together.
Yeah.
It's a collective of individuals that, like, it's damn near impossible for us to fall, because we got 4 other people around you that got an equal level of information, an equal level of resources, so we can keep everybody moving. And then, bro, outside of that, I would just say, and bro, I'm not even necessarily say guns, but I'm saying, my personal opinion, America was built on entrepreneurship and violence. So, like, at this stage, you got your business in order, you got a collective, but you do have to figure out how to protect those things that you've acquired. And I don't necessarily mean guns, but you got to figure out, you know, how to legally protect yourself. You got, like, bro, this is something I learned from you years ago, but you said every new level of life requires a new language. Bro, people don't be having no idea what they be signing up for when they walking into the bank. They have no idea what they agreeing to when they get pulled over. They have no idea about how many illegal searches go on, how many times they go in a courtroom and agree to some shit that they really don't know what they're doing, bro. So I really feel like, investing in yourself is number 1. Educating yourself is number 2, and knowing how to properly protect yourself is number 3. Because you got to understand, like, and this goes for anybody, once you get the education and you allocate the funds, you better know how to protect yourself, because motherfuckers going to come from every angle. Listen, it may be a motherfucker that look like you that may pull up on you, or it may be a higher power of law enforcement who try to jam you up or do some sour shit to you, bro. So those are top 3 things I would urge everybody doing. As always, man, practice inclusion. Like, stop thinking your child is stuck in the Google Gaga phase. Stop. So, like, to me, bro, there is no ceiling on education. There's no ceiling on growth. A lot of people don't realize, like, y'all not raising children. Y'all raising young adults. So stop dumbing them down. Like, it might have took you to 25 to figure shit out, but your youngin may fuck around and be the next phenom at 10, because you're going to give them the game at an earlier date, bro. And I see so many people that sleep on their children, and, you feel me, they wonder why at 18 it's a struggle to get him to wake up and understand how real life works.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have to unlearn and relearn, and it says that at that same time, it's like, if you teach your child the right program, they never have to reprogram. You understand me? And a lot of people kind of let their child go through life willy-nilly, and then one day they try to teach them some shit, and that child, they already programmed to be against you because you ain't giving them the right tools in the first place. So they done listening to your ass. You had your opportunity when you were supposed to be raising them.
Right.
So they like, no, you let the world raise me the wrong way. So now I'm going to go educate myself either through Google, YouTube, Derrick Grace, 19 Keys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put you on them because they giving me the game to teach you. So it's funny that, you know, there was a point in time where, or matter of fact, I want to go this because I see one of my younger brothers on here, man. And I want you to give, if you can, some advice to somebody that's getting out of high school and they entering in this world, and like they not like the adults that have their whole time to prepare for this shit. They're going into a new world with AI and all these new things. What sort of mentality should they have thinking about jobs or businesses or just the world, period?
Well, bro, I would say this: if you jumping fresh out and you do have to get a job to maintain, don't beat yourself up about it. You do exactly what you got to do. Like my motto with the workplace is infiltrate, educate, and vacate. So, bro, if you're going to get a job, number one, get a job for information and not money. The information going to last you way longer. Intellectual property is your greatest tool. Money come and go, but the knowledge going to stay right up in here. Number two, bro, is use these entities for what they're good for. And if you're going to get a job in the lane that you want to be in future-wise. So, bro, if you want to be an independent accountant, then, bro, it's going to be advantageous for you to get a job at a bank. And then you're going to learn the ways of a bank. You get all the money you can from the motherfuckers, and then you go ahead and make your exit strategy, and you get up out of there. But bro, for everybody, like, I want to be very clear. I don't feel like entrepreneurship is like you got to be one to survive, but you have to have multiple streams of income. If you ever thought that was a game, America is showing you right now. Like the workplace just showed a million and millions of people last week. You are disposable. If shit get real, my nigga, I don't give a fuck about you and your family. We getting rid of you first. So look, you got to meet them with that same mentality. Handle them the same way. My nigga, look here. I'm just here to steal y'all information so I could be smarter later on, and I'm going to make all the money I can, and then I'm going to walk out on your ass before you could walk out on me, bro. And that's what I tell everybody. Just study the wolves, bro. Like, the wolves got the blueprint. They don't have integrity. So this is all we going to do. We going to refinesse the wolves, fuck them over at their own game, but we going to maintain our integrity. And, bro, that's all I do. Like, I don't got no degrees or certifications. I just go steal information and gain from people that been oppressing us for 1,000 years. And then I come back down here to my people and be like, hey, y'all, so look, this is how we can fuck the bank over. This how we could. Yeah, bro, that's all I do. That's all I do.
So essentially, right, when you look at all around the world, right, those people that's been fucking us over for years, what they'd do is they'd take what we already built, learn that shit, destroy that shit, build that shit, and then be like, look what the fuck we did. Make you forget that and be like, y'all niggas can't do this. Y'all niggas ain't shit.
Absolutely.
So what they do in their world now, because these motherfuckers so egotistical that they say, you know what, we gonna build this shit in front of y'all and leave the blueprint right next to y'all. And y'all not even gonna read this. Y'all just go complain about what we built. So the way I look at it, it's the same thing. I can go look at the ADL. They was started in 1913. They put their whole chapter, their resources, the way it works, everything that they do, it's right there on the internet. The LGBT, a lot of people complain about them. They created this task force. They show you everything they do. Their blueprint is there. Everybody leaves their blueprint around for the niggas who don't read. So for me, it becomes that thing to where it be like, you complain about people's agenda only when you don't have your own. But when yours is working, you don't have time to complain about somebody else's success. They gonna be complaining about your shit. So bro, I would implore 100%. Everybody to go steal the blueprints.
Nah, bro, to be real, like that's been my biggest tool is I know how to assess shit for what it really is. And I've gotten a lot of people in higher up places that let their guard down and was able to trust me for one reason or another and taught me some shit that like made me 100,000, made me $250,000. I'm like, damn. Or like, bro, they just connected me with other people. Like, oh man, that's Derrick. He cool. Not knowing like, I don't have any ill will for them, but bro, I only came here to figure out how your family 4 generations is rich and mine ain't got nothing.
Right. And it should never be like that. You know what I mean? Like, we no longer have any excuses besides the ones that we make. And excuses are tools that build monuments and nothingness. So you see somebody on the street and they ain't got nothing, it's because they built it with excuses. So it's too much information, game, and knowledge out there coming from resources like yourself and other individuals that like, even for somebody that's been following you, right? Let's say somebody been following you since you first started. If they haven't found themselves inclining in a position, you understand me, similar to yours, they not really taking the leadership and guidance. They taking that shit as entertainment.
Bro, I told somebody that the other day. I was like, look, you don't make your teacher proud by liking and commenting. You make your teacher proud by applying that shit and being like, bro, I killed these niggas last week. Look what I did. That's how you really show a motherfucker you appreciate. I be telling motherfuckers like, man, likes and comments don't do nothing for me. Like, I don't know if the post-Trump pack is the shit unless y'all study it or read it and y'all like, oh, bro, it's the shit. But, bro, you right, though. It's for entertainment. Some motherfuckers just want to get in the comments and call you the realest nigga, but won't apply none of that real shit that you putting down. So, bro, and bro, that's why I say, like, it's not that I'm not sympathetic, bro. I'm just not big on excuses. Yo.
There we go. Yeah, man, that time was hitting. I thought we had at least 4 more minutes left.
Yeah, that's all good.
Let me see if they can hear us. Make sure that they can hear us. Everybody's saying no sound at first. Sound back. All right, we good to go. So yeah, man, I had at least another question or so that I wanted to get to you before we got off over here. And I guess, you know what, let me just freestyle this one. Because like you said, you said you're not worried about this government. You said you're not worried about the things that exist and that's taking place today that's around you because you're constantly preparing yourself. And even the way that I see business for myself and other entrepreneurs that I know that's still growing throughout this time is because it's not that they just got started on something, it's that it was already creating solutions for problems, you know, and solutions don't worry about problems. They just fix them, you know. So those those who are in a position that was already in position, they didn't have to scramble to figure things out. They said, oh, I can continue to do my thing. And then as I continue to go, society is now looking at what I'm doing as an essential and no longer a luxury. You understand me? So there's 4 type of clients that they say, or customers that you can go after, right? The pragmatists, those are the people that's early adopters. As soon as you put it out, they go buy it. They the revolutionaries. They ready for it. Then you got the people that's word of mouth, right? They need the people that was bought it at first to tell them that it was good. That's why you see people in the comments like, bro, was that good? What you think about the Trump pack and stuff like that? And then you got the people when it's the regular market, when everybody got it, they buying it too. It's like, oh shit, everybody got the iPhone now, I'm buying it. And then it's the last people. Those are people we don't really go for. Those are people that they ain't gonna buy it regardless. So the goal is always going for the first 2. Can you give an entrepreneur some advice on starting a product that creates value and that's essential for people? Because essentially all your products are actually essential in values.
I got you, bro. That's a good ass question. Hey, if y'all taking notes or you screen recording, this is probably the part you gonna want to grab for sure, because I don't get asked that good question a lot, but I'm gonna answer it. And sometimes I probably need to answer it. But check this out. All right, bro. So number 1, focus on industries or things that have a great deal of issues and how you can fix them. So like an example I can give people right now is I want y'all to look at the items that are in disparity right now that people are struggling to get. I'm not even gonna go into detail, but pay attention to the game. And then once the game is over, if you got a bag or you got the resources to invest in yourself, then look at some of the shit that people was lacking during this current crisis. That's gonna give you an idea on next time some shit like this take place, what you may be able to invest in to put yourself in a better position. Number 2, bro, I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't prioritize their products. I think a lot of them just post randomly and just try to catch a body or whatever the case is. But for me, bro, so I have like a basketball system, right? So like I have a marquee product that's going to be my point guard. And then I'm going to have a power forward, shooting guard, small forward, and a center. So basically like my point guard position is going to be held by whatever product is most sought after. My center position is going to be that second product that's most sought after. And then those other 3 positions are going to be role player type of positions. So just being real, bro, the post-Trump pat will be my point guard. The in-home banking board game will be my center. My flashcard is going to be like small forward. My consultation is going to be a shooting guard. And my power forward will probably be it'll probably be speaking engagements, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, I turn down most speaking engagements. A lot of times I just don't want to be bothered and I don't even want to come out the house. But bro,
consultations is my power forward or power guard, whatever it is.
Right. So yeah, bro, for me, that's basically how I structure, how I push my products, and how I prioritize what works and what doesn't. And then too, bro, one of the greatest things people can do, and I feel like everybody should do, is they have to allocate a budget for marketing. So many people just feel like, I'm just gonna blindly throw things out there on social media. I'm gonna blindly say this and blindly say that, and people should just support it. But I love the entrepreneurs. I'm rooting for them all. I support them all the time. But I want y'all to know, like, a lot of these lanes are oversaturated. So you do have to identify what differentiates you. So for me, bro, one of the things that differentiate me is I don't look like most teachers and educators. So for that alone, I'm going to get a different level of attention. Is it always positive? No. But do I care? I don't be doing no tripping either way. But outside of that, bro, I understand that, like, I have some special children that are able to retain information and do things, you know, with their hands that a lot of adults don't know how to do or haven't figured out yet. Outside of that, bro, like, I function with results. So, like, anybody know me, like, I don't do no flexing. But if we ever had to pull results to be like, okay, well, do Derrick have the credentials to speak about, like, bro, it's the reason why you asked me that question, because you know me personally. So you know, like, we've had conversations where you like, oh yeah, no, I know, bro, like, really, like, bro, I remember you was with me at my pop's house when they made that 3-way call talking about Target want to do business with you, and Target was talking about, well, yeah, we could, you know, we could muster up $1 million per month, and bro, you was there when I laughed on the phone and was like, man, tell them niggas get the fuck out $1 million per month. I wish I would sell my idea for $1 million a month. So, bro, for me, like, and for any other entrepreneur, man, build your body of work. Like, I see so many entrepreneurs that want to play the look to get the attention. But what happens at a certain point is, like, somebody gonna pull your result card, and then that's when things begin to unravel. Or you'll have a speaking engagement and somebody gonna ask you a question that you've been talking about on the gram, and you're gonna be like, huh? Wait, I thought about that. Yeah, nigga, you be teaching us about, and then you feel me, things start to unravel, bro. So that's also, bro, why I stick to my level of expertise. I'm great at being a daddy. I love guns. I got my shotgun over by me now. I was over here not playing with it, y'all. I'm responsible, but I was admiring her earlier. And bro, I know how to expand businesses, and I know, and I'm really good at monetizing my ideas. So I think, bro, like, top 3 things is get your results in order, pay your dues. So many people want to jump to the front of the line but haven't paid their dues. So many people want their entrepreneur efforts just to pop after a year. Like, bro, I'm not gonna do no capping. It took me 6 years to get enough money to tell my mama she could retire. Like, that shit took me 72 months. So for all of y'all that's 6 months in, that you like, damn, like, bro, trust me, I know how you feeling. I did, like, I put 72 of them motherfuckers in before I was able to be like, all right, I could go buy something that costs 50 grand without an issue. You feel me? So to all the entrepreneurs, I urge you to pay your dues. I urge you to create products that can solve problems for people. I don't know if y'all understand it, but with the crisis, especially that's going on right now, nobody really care about spending money on materialism and bullshit. Motherfuckers are in fight or flight mode. So provide something that can actually push the people forward. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. When you actually pour something into people that brings value to their life, that shit feels so much better than make money. Like, bro, this is what people don't be getting. They be like, why you charging for information? Well, my nigga, would you rather me lie to you and tell you some bullshit ass stories over beats and then take your money?
Come on,
I'd rather give you something of value than say, hey, bro, this how much it's gonna cost to invest in yourself. Like, bro, I was just telling Chelsea this earlier, right? And I ain't got no hate on dude or nothing. Bro, a lot of people don't realize, right? And I just thought about this dude because I seen him on World Star. I seen DJ Khaled. This nigga made a living off standing next to cultures within our figure that consumers thought was cool, so it accidentally made him cool. He had niggas fighting in clubs hollering about rep your hood, but he owned real estate. Nigga, that's a conflict of interest. How you dumbing my niggas down, telling them rep their hood and die for this shit, and you own real estate, nigga? You ain't repping no hood. You out here buying buildings and putting your son on writing credits on songs, so he got generational wealth. That little nigga gonna be straight. But you told me and my niggas to rep your hood. You went and stood by influential figures within my culture, so I thought you was cool. And turn around, nigga, you out here licking on Jordans and shit, and I mean, bro, not knocking them, but just being real, like, bro, people don't really be understanding that, man. Motherfuckers be clean fucking over our culture, and then come smile at us later and be like, y'all niggas stupid, y'all need to grow up. Bro, that shit drive me crazy when, like, bro, even to our culture, to the African American entertainers, my nigga, you built your whole career on telling niggas to kill one another and poison one another, and then you turn 40 and call us stupid.
Right.
Nigga, you helped us take the penitentiary champ. Oh wait, now you give a fuck because you got your bag and you comfortable. Nah, bro. So that's why when people say that shit, I just be like, okay, so cool. You want me to lie to you and make you tell you some made up stories that sound good and then take your money from you?
Right. And you know what, man? It's funny. I got something that you made me think of that I wanted to ask you anyway. But I was listening to I was listening to Jadakiss, and it was like his song was about how he about to kill these rappers or something like that. And I was thinking though, it was like, I've never heard a rapper make a song about how they go kill these corporations or these CEO heads that have robbed them 1,000,000 times over their money. I've never heard not one of them. You understand me? The closest I heard is Dame Dash talking about these niggas as culture vultures. But I ain't never heard these niggas like, I'm running in a Def Jam. I'm knocking blood out. I'm knocking him out.
Right.
But you be wanting to kill blood that's getting raped over just like you.
And
shit
bro, this is the crazy
amazing
thing, right?
to me.
Bro, this is the crazy thing, right? That's why I think, bro, like, and bro, he been on my mind heavy lately, right? I was thinking about Nip, and I was like, you know, I feel like people like him, like you, like, just the people that selfishly teach, they'll never be appreciated, bro, because what a nigga don't understand is, like, bro, he put out a blueprint and information that had, I'm looking out for your best interest written all over it. A nigga that rap about your detriment and you killing your own people is a nigga that's working in his best interest. So he's not going to give you anything to raise your vibration. He's only going to give you the bullshit that's going to continue to feed his habits, and that's going to temporarily have you have you thrilled and turned up. But bro, niggas will stream that shit to the day they die, and then they be like, I don't know it. But bro, like, that's why I say, like, priority and value for our culture too, to me, is so backwards sometimes. Like, it be the niggas that feed you your detriment that, like, get the most support. But you a question, like, bro, this shit be blowing me, right? I could teach you something that your mama didn't, your daddy didn't, your pastor, your TA, your college professor, none of your big homies, nobody did. And then, bro, but like, bro, a motherfucker will first 48 interrogate you. But a nigga put out a bullshit song about how he the realest nigga ever. He know El Chapo. He killed 35 niggas, but yeah, he ain't never been arrested or brought up on nothing. And yeah, bro, I'm finna buy a ticket to this shit. I'm finna support this shit. I'm finna post how hard it is, and I'm gonna stream this shit 85,000 times over the next year. That shit crazy to me, bro.
You know what? I've always thought about this fact that the more you do for people, the more they expect from you, right? So
yeah,
and then it's the 90-10 rule. So if you on here doing so much for a person, they're gonna want you to do everything else for free. They gonna DM you more questions like, nigga, because you giving me so much value, I expect more out of you. You understand me? But because this person ain't giving me no value, I expect nothing from them. So they have two different expectation levels. So what ended up happening is, let's say if 90% of the time you on here teaching, you giving game. Let's say 10% of the time you bullshitting or whatever, just having some fun or whatever. So what's gonna happen is the rapper who bullshit 90% of the time, when he do something 10% or 1% of the time, the world go love him. Like, look what Blood did. You know what I'm saying? Look what he did. Yeah, that's my nigga finally doing something. You know what I'm saying? If you do the 1% bullshit, niggas like, man, it's fake woke ass nigga. He trying to get money or something. You know, so that makes the young boys look at it like, well, shit, I'd rather be the one that can bullshit 90% and only got to do good 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to be him when he don't get credit for all the work he do consistently every single day, regardless of what time it is? Good economy, bad economy, no bullshit. That's his character. So we set the wrong example for the younger generation because they like, shit, why would I? And that goes to leadership as well. We'd be like, shit, why would we keep doing this when you don't even get the appreciation until after you gone? And even though we work for Legend, you know, you still want that love while you living.
Exactly.
But this is the question I wanted to ask you, and I know you got to get to wifey and the family and everything. You know, when we used to have conversations back in the day, you used to be like, bro, you know, I ain't smart. I don't read. I get it all from experience, man. I don't pick up the books. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And in the year of the keys, 2019, man, I've seen a change in literature. You understand me?
Right.
And you acquiring more of a scholastic approach and just learning new things. So a two-part question is, who made you start picking up a book, and what's been the best books you picked up since you started starting to take that approach into literature?
I got you. Hey, and just to be real with y'all, up until 2019, I had only read like 2.5 books in my adult life. I wasn't fucking with books. Anything I ever gave y'all up until like mid 2019 was all through trial and error, or me just having big homies that put me up on game and me going to apply. But bro, what did it? Bro, I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what? At a certain point, you only can function off so much experience. And like, bro, this is what I be telling people about adaptability, is that the times are gonna evolve. And like, you know, I could have stayed the way I was, like, I'm gonna just learn through trial and error. But at that point, bro, I realized like I had to evolve with the times. Otherwise, I was gonna be functioning with outdated information. And I'm gonna tell you something crazy. Like, the wild shit is that the old shit is really be like the new shit for me. Cause like, bro, I get people hit me right now like, bro, man, this Trump pack. And I'm like, bro, look at the copyrights in there. They're from 2016. Like, I put this shit out 4 years ago. I put it out 4 years ago, but bro, you know how they go, motherfuckers, they ignore you till it's life or death. And then they like, oh shit, I need that. So, but bro, to be real, like, I thought about getting the books, and then like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, Chelsea played a big role because she was very encouraging, bro. So like, basically what we did, me and Chelsea traveled like every week for like from July to September. Like every week we was somewhere. But our goal was whatever city we touched down there, we was gonna hit a bookstore. So bro, I ended up spending like anywhere from like 7 to 10 grand on books in the course of 3 months. And then bro, I started cracking them motherfuckers open, and my mind just went to like a whole nother level.
He said 7 to 10 grand on books, though.
Bro, that's why, bro,
that's
why I
the
be telling
biggest
people.
Flex out this whole conversation right there.
Yeah, bro. We got a bookshelf in the living room, and then I got one back here in the black room, and both of them got too many. Like, we're going to need a third one soon. But, bro,
so you didn't get into books, you got into libraries. You started your own library. That's what 7 to 10,000 do.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, like, definitely, bro. It's a couple hundred books in here now. Like, I went from having 4 books in, like, May 2019. By September, it was a couple hundred.
Man, you know what I'm talking about? I got my books in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the game.
Salute, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm handy with it. You know what I'm saying? Big flex mode. But so to that second part of that question, what's been the best book you picked up thus far?
Ooh, that's a good one. Bro, the best book I picked up.
I mean, besides Paradigm Keys and shit, but you know.
I got you. Damn, bro, that's a good ass question. Okay, bro, I say the best book I picked up, and I urge everybody to get this book. This is what I be telling y'all about studying the wolves. It's called How Money Works. Bro, anybody, bro, that book, like, I created an in-home banking concept in 2017. But that book really brought me full circle how to emulate the wolves to the maximum extent. And bro, it's like an illustration book with words, but it showed blow for blow how they create these monetary systems and how they run them. And then, bro, after that, like, that just opened my mind up to a gang of other things, bro. But I say the most powerful book I ever read, 2 books, bro. 24 Reasons Why African Americans Suffer. Like, bro, that's the only book in my life that actually made me get emotional and tear up and made me look in the mirror and be like, I'm fucking up. Like, I got to do better. But 24 Reasons Why African Americans Suffer and How Money Works, bro. Them the most powerful books I done read in all 30 years of my life.
Got those. I'm getting both of those. I hope y'all paid attention and y'all been listening. You know what I mean? Because the brother done dropped some major jewels all up and down. So, based off everything that you've learned and you've experienced in your life and your totality, it always brings you to the current moment of where you are right now. You understand me? And so we can end off with this last thing. Are you happy with where you are right now based on everything that you've built through all your journeys that you've took? You know what I mean? Through
Yeah.
do like building? Is there any regrets, or like, are you happy that your life has into 2020 during a quarantine and global pandemics and recessions and Donald Trumps and all kind of crazy shit? Derrick Grace has been through the 365 routes to becoming a supreme being. Are you happy with who you built and the life you living?
Bro, the first thing that came to mind is what a time to be alive, bro. Hey, I'm fucking elated at the current time.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm so motherfucking glad that we get to witness, and not saying I'm happy people are in distress and dying, but bro, I'm so happy that, like, cause bro, I'll tell you too, like, I'm one of the people who love the preparation of war. Like, I love the part where you know the storm coming and niggas gotta gear up, gotta speak life into themselves and be like, hey, some of us ain't gonna make it out this shit, nigga, but we finna go outside. We ain't doing no running. And to be real, bro, like, this challenge we got right now with the coronavirus, this shit excite me. And it excites me in a way because it's a level of uncertainty that we living with right now that niggas might wake up tomorrow and there's gonna be some new shit going on. You feel me, bro?
Yeah.
So for me, like, this shit amazing. This the shit that's gonna make soldiers, and this the shit that's gonna make some people fold. Like, and to some of the people on the live, like, I want to congratulate you ahead of time, because in 30 years you're gonna be sitting around with your grandchildren laughing like a motherfucker. Like, hey, bro, back in the day, man, let me tell you about this old sucker shit they did and how we mobbed up and came out that shit even stronger.
Right.
So no, bro, like, I love it, bro. I got no complaints, and I'm gonna be real, right? Just to give them a piece of honesty. I told people like 3 years ago, I was like, hey, when I'm 31, I want to kind of fall back, and I want to go straight virtual whenever I do come out, and I just want to focus on being a full-time daddy again, like I was before I got so, you know, tied up with helping other people and their families. But bro, the video game is gonna drop in 2020. I ain't even giving a date. Matter of fact, bro, I gotta hold on, bro. You know, hey,
we might get some exclusive. Say, yo, the 19 Keys podcast might get some exclusive, man. What's going on?
Hey, no, bro, for real, y'all finna get some exclusive because I ain't shit. Don't nobody even know I got this. Ain't nobody seen it. It's me and one other soul. That's not seen this video.
My ginger ale and get ready for this.
Hold on. Y'all hold on 1 second, bro. But in-home banking video game coming this year. Listen,
y'all drop a key if y'all want to see, man, what he talking about. Yeah, I mean, any exclusives. Because the brother, I'm going to tell you, man, at your birthday party, I know it was me, my son, Wallow, J-Rock, Life, you understand me? Banner. And you got this big ass screen and you playing the trailer, and as you kind of just experiencing and you immersing in the moment, you like, bro, really out here creating products and family business, and this is the new future shit. Like, we really in here. You know, you go to a birthday, he got strippers, it's just turned up, it's bottles, you get your shot over here, blah blah blah. But you really got a whole trailer of a game playing at your birthday, surrounded by family business and people that support your platform that you've been teaching. And I think everybody had that epiphany moment, like, yo, we really living in some different times right now. You know what I'm talking about? I just wanted to set y'all up for what's coming. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, bro. Hey, so look, y'all, I ain't gonna show the whole thing, but I'm gonna flip the screen, and I'm because we got a whole new trailer coming out, but I don't want to spoil it. Y'all hold on. Oh, wait, bro, can you flip the screen on live, or you just got to put it this way?
Yeah, you can flip it. What you mean flip it? Oh, like sideways?
Oh, yeah, I got it. All right, hold on. Where I'm at. There I go. Now, look, hold on, bro. I got to pause it. Wait. Let me
oh, shit. Y'all see blood?
Hey, y'all, so look, for those of y'all don't know, the person y'all looking at run is right there.
What?
Yeah, look, hey, bro, look, hey, I ain't even made time to hit your phone and show you, bro. I've been so busy.
Oh, shit.
But that's keys that y'all actually see right there running.
Hey, that's my run, too.
Hey, and then look. And then that's one of my daughters right there. But if y'all see right here, that's me, that's Derrick, that's God, and that's Keys at the bottom. But like I said, y'all, I ain't gonna show too, but hey, bro, I'm gonna send this to you. But listen, y'all, I ain't gonna show too much, but yeah, no, bro, we gonna shift the game for real. Like,
Bro,
literally,
that shit is raw. God, hey, listen, man. My night,
but yeah, bro, we coming. So look, and this just to further answer your question about how I'm feeling right now. Like, bro, I told people by the time I was 31, I wanted to really fall back. I'm gonna teach forever, but I just want to get back into the flow of just like being a full-time daddy again, 100%. But bro, like, when that come out, I'm definitely gonna take me a good hiatus and break and just get away and just detach from everything and just fall back. And then too, bro, just speaking of family business, that's the whole reason I've been going so hard, because Chelsea finna launch her business in 2 weeks, and then Derrick will gonna be coming right behind her with her action figure. So bro, basically, I'm gonna do my thing in 2020. I'm gonna bow out at the end of 2020. I'm gonna let them step up as the point guard in the center, and I'm gonna be a role player, and I'm gonna just sit on the sidelines and coach, put them in position, and then 2021, 2022, we'll see what that brings when it gets here.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Derrick, because I hear you say that, right? But the way I'm looking at the way reality coming, I think some shit gonna come just within the next few months, in the next years, that's gonna excite you so much that your wheels gonna turn and ain't gonna let you sit down.
Hey, bro, look, I ain't gonna lie, it might, but I know right now, bro, I'm ready to get off.
Yeah, I hear you though. I hear you on that too, man. But yeah, man, I'm speechless, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
bro, and bro, we just warming up, bro. Like once you see a full look and to everybody watching too, y'all, that's not even the PS5 quality graphics. That's just like some back end stuff that we playing around with and working on, y'all. But man, when I'm telling you, like, education down to weapons education down to, and man, listen, bro, when I be telling people about a collective identity, that's what I mean. We making a video game that keys in. See, this is the part y'all don't know. I ain't really shared that, but we making a video game that David Banner in. You feel me? Like, that's pushing the collective forward, bro. It's gonna be children in Asia playing that game, bro. They're gonna be in Australia, like, bro. The globe, bro. The board game turned up the globe. You know the video game finna.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? So,
like, bro,
yeah, bro.
I want people to really kind of like. And you know, I always say this, like, it's certain people that be doing some really dope ass shit. It's like we ain't got no media behind it. We create our own shit. Right. But the only way people know when shit is important, because we've been programmed, is when the media put it out there and say, yo, look, Forbes say, yo, this is important. This man from Florida that's tattooed up, that taught himself entrepreneurship, that has had multiple successful ventures and hired his family, creating his own video game, putting up his own money, you understand me? And also making it a value-tainment, a edutainment type of situation. Like, absolutely. That shit is fucking, like, that's, you done got into tech. You're not even a tech entrepreneur. Well, you know, you're an entrepreneur. Yeah. So you span in different areas without thinking that you're getting in a different lane. You understand me? It's just idea to concept to execution. And so, like,
bro, the dope thing about it, because I see people commenting, is that we gonna put the details out next month, but we position in the game for, like, basically, right? So we're gonna have something called the cheat sheet in the game, where other entrepreneurs can impute knowledge into the game along with their platform. Every street sign in the game gonna be custom with people who want to be a part of the game, down to the buildings, down to the billboards. Art, bro, basically, like, I'm sneaking into the video game world, but when I get in that bitch, they're gonna realize they accidentally let our whole culture in, because they children are gonna know who black they children are gonna be forced to be like, well, who this black educator is? I never heard of him. But you playing the game every day, so you gotta hear of them. Down to the artists and the singers and the musicians, same thing, bro. So, like, basically, bro, the same thing we did with the board game. We gonna infiltrate their world, but we gonna sprinkle that bitch with our culture. We gonna hit the door so hard, motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to get us out. You may get one or two of us out, bitch, but it's like a cancer. 800 of us in this motherfucker already. So shit, we here, bro. Like I said, next thing you know, bro, it's gonna be like Asian children. That's gonna be like 19 keys. I need my headband. Blah blah blah. That type of shit. But no, bro, it's go time. Like, bro, this how I really feel. I feel like the world stole a lot of shit from us. And bro, my thing is like, I'm just gonna steal our shit back and sprinkle our flavor on it and be like, nah, nigga, you know that was ours first. Pay homage. Stop playing, nigga.
Yeah. Hey, listen, for all of y'all out there that know anybody that ever flashed some money, ever had some money, and they ain't doing shit like that with it, at least just let you know how dumb they are. Right? Because it's a lot of motherfuckers that can get paper, but what you do with the paper lets you know how genius you are, because the only thing you do with money is you fund your ideas. Absolutely. So that's why it's always been dangerous to let individuals like my good brother Derrick, myself, and other individuals get paper, because the world changes when the money is in the hand of the right minds. And so that's culture forward richness.
Hey, bro, you ain't lying about that too. Because like what a lot of people don't know, just real quick, y'all, to be a part of PlayStation, you have to meet certain criteria. Like they basically filter you out. So we basically position it to where we like gonna have to go into the game and we're a rogue. Like nobody basically gonna support us, because there's certain things I'm putting in the game that culture doesn't agree with. It was the same thing with the board game, y'all. Like a lot of y'all that had a late board game, I could have been got you your board game, but I wasn't willing to do business with certain entities because they asked me to soften the information in the board game. So, bro, like a lot of people be, and then, like you say, bro, like putting your own dough up, it's a struggle. The shit be way harder and take you longer, but it puts you in an advantageous position, bro, because I'm going to put out a product again that ain't watered down, that ain't diluted. Like, just being honest, bro, and I love the series. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to buy Grand Theft Auto 6 when it come out. But what we not going to act like is like Grand Theft Auto 6 is not a $1 billion product, for the simple fact that it took the ugliest things from our culture, glamorized that shit, and made us, that shit made us go buy some shit that only pictured us being killed, and then made other cultures find excitement in us being killed in the form of a video game. Right. So, bro, that's all we finna do. We gonna revisit it with a similar type of mindset, but we actually gonna infiltrate our culture with some real shit. But in order for us to do that, motherfucker do gotta put his own money up, because they not paying for no nigga that's finna be like, yeah, I'm finna teach black children financial literacy and how to use guns in real life through a video game. Nah,
nobody go fund you freeing your people.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't go to a slave system and ask money so y'all can get y'all freedom papers. It just don't work like that.
Exactly.
That's like them. That's literally like them, a slave going to the bank and saying, and they say, look, the freedom papers cost $1,000, and they go to the bank like, can you give me a loan so I can not only get my freedom papers, but I want to go buy enough for my whole family and the whole culture. And they like, nigga, you lost your mind. You don't qualify for no loan. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Go
bro.
work for that 100%. Shit. Get in debt and then try to come buy it back. But oh no, you in debt. You can't buy your freedom. So it becomes a wheel cycle. That's what the game is. So, what are products you got right now that people can support?
Bro, the biggest thing, because I think this one is most vital to the current times we living in, bro, from weapons education to the sex talk to family business to in-home banking to art. Man, listen, y'all, artificial intelligence. And I'm glad Keys people on here too. I'm going to say this real quick, y'all. The coronavirus is the warm-up. My personal opinion. The coronavirus is the warm-up. A lot of you guys are wilding out, and I'm not knocking you. A lot of you guys are wilding out right now due to the lack of jobs and money drying up. Well, look, just know this. The coronavirus is temporary. Artificial intelligence is not. They are already on pace to remove 20 million different job titles, not bodies, 20 million different jobs in this decade. So I'm letting you know, like, this shit that you catching right now is really only testing your character to see if you're gonna be able to deal with that hell that's coming in a year or two. But no, bro, I like, and number two, y'all know the post-Trump pack. Anybody that follow me or Keys, y'all follow us both. Y'all know the post-Trump pack is 75% off. Y'all do know I posted a video about an hour ago. Y'all only got 48 hours left to take advantage of that, bro. But 100%, bro, I would say the post-Trump pack, because, bro, my whole motto these days is just studying the wolves and maneuvering the game just as they do, bro. I tell people all the time, like, to me, the rules are only made for the poor and the lazy. The poor people can't invest in themselves, so they have to settle for a lack of knowledge. But it be the lazy motherfuckers that can invest in themselves, but they don't invest in themselves until times like now, which, again, it's not too late. But for some people, it may be too late, bro. And I tell people all the time, like, don't make information a priority until it's the only thing that could save you, bro. And I see so many people do that. Like, bro, I got relatives who hitting me who like, want to have a full-blown seminar in my living room. And I'm like, damn, bro, what you want me to teach you some shit that I've been teaching for 8 years since 2012? Like,
hey,
bro,
I'm gonna give
like,
you my analogy on that shit, right?
no, bro, that's my real life right now. Like, people texting me every 5 minutes, like, hey, bro, so what stock should I get on? Hey, bro, all the bullets gone. Hey, like, man, bro, just being honest, bro. Like, my mama called me the other day and said, babe, the store's running out of tissue. No pressure, bro. I went and bought 200 rolls. Now, is that a flex? Absolutely not. But that shows, like, my ability to allocate resources for emergencies and my ability to nurture the relationship so I can call somebody and say, I need 200 rolls of tissue. And again, bro, that may seem minute, but we currently living in times where, bro, people have to strategically wipe their ass because they're scared they're going to run out because of how the world going right now. So, bro, like, for me, I would definitely tell people, bro, to grab that post-shrimp pack, number one, because they only got 48 hours left to get it 75% off. And number two, bro, that's, to me, for the current times we in, that's the greatest body of work I done wrote, bro. Like, if people never took life serious, March 2020 is that time where, like, you either going to take shit serious or you going to have a rough life around this motherfucker.